G'day YouTube, how think we're doing? It is Foul Play here back for the 4th match of this Pauper League. We lost the die roll for the 3rd match in a row versus Jomund here, and unfortunately we're going down to 5. Going down to 4. Cool, we'll keep that. Our opponent is on a 6-card hand. Now we have to bottom a couple of things, because we just operate off of one land and go from there. I think Vigilance could be important. Oh god, it's a Faeries deck. God damn it, we're so screwed. Oh my goodness. This is bad. Maybe I should have just conceded and taken everything into sideboarding and brought out our Scattershot Archers and had the advantage sideboarding wise. Okay, this is bad. Maybe white mana off the top naturally. Not white mana off the top naturally. Well, I'll concede to Counterspell or Spell Starter Sprite. Okay, well, they're letting us resolve that. We actually have a game now. I can't attack because Spell Starter Sprite can instant speed block. Attacking with Fairy Miscreant. I'm sure we'll see Ninjutsu. No Ninjutsu. How bizarre. Alright, well, Sentinel's Eyes. What's our opponent going to do? That resolves. This is a safe attack. It's bad into creature plus mutagenic growth, I suppose. Have you got the mutagenic growth? What a fucking blowout, man. Oh, we got another creature. If we can ever hit our second land drop, we might be able to resolve it. Maybe. Probably not. 2 fairies once the Spell Starter Sprite comes along. Alright, well, that's no good. Try the sneaky second main. See if we can get something under our opponent. Well, that resolved. Okay, we'll take that. Opponent attacking in and see Ninja of Deep Hours with the Ninjutsu trigger. Alright, our life total is low, but we can potentially get out of this one. Sure. Alright, we'll continue with Abundant Growth, see what we find. Not the card we're looking for. Hey, we landed 2 points of damage. Go team. Brine Barrow Intruder. I'm pretty sure that card replaced Delver of Secrets in the deck. So our opponent gets to attack for 5 now. I think we block the Brine Barrow Intruder. I think if they had a second mutagenic growth, they would have done the same trick in our combat step. Well, we're just getting blown out anyway. Alright, we'll concede that. Never mind, they wouldn't have necessarily done the same trick because this can't be blocked by creatures except with flying. So it was not a case that they top deck that. That was quite possibly in hand. Alright, so here we can see a Mono Blues Faeries deck. They play a whole bunch of cheap creatures with evasion, and then they play both Moon Circuit Hacker and Ninja of Deep Hours, which have ninjutsu, enter the battlefield, draw cards. In Moon Circuit Hacker's case, filters cards after the first ninjutsu. Spell Starter Sprite as Counterspell Permission, Counterspell as Permission, Spell Pierce as Permission, and then some card draw in form of One Mind, Snap to Bounce, Mutagenic Growth as that nice little combat trick. In the sideboard, they have access to a Null. That's pretty much it. Sometimes more copies of Spell Pierce. Very occasionally Curfew, but it's not really worth playing around. Reminder guys, if you enjoy this video, find it entertaining or informative, please consider subscribing. So Scattershot Archer, absolute MVP here. This is the matchup that it's in the deck for. I'm just going to take out 3 Ancestral Mask and a Lotus Petal because Mask is a little bit slow and win more. We want to be like mostly fast to the ground. Armadillo Cloak and getting that lifelink is kind of nice though, so I'm not going to trim on that. I'll just trim on the Lotus Petal. Sound seems good. We'll keep. It can be weak to like an Echoing Truth as well. That's also something that our opponent can do. But hey, we got a Scattershot Archer. We can give our Scattershot Archer Vigilance as well for what that's worth. And it can attack and hold up its active all in the same go. Alright, and Abundant Growth off the top. Guess we just Abundant Growth this land. Find another Rancor. That's fine. Alright, give Vigilance and start the fun. Okie dokie. Well, we'll see what our opponent's got. We've got multiple copies of Rancor, so if this gets countered, that's okay. Oh, actually, we should possibly be doing this post-combat. Anyway, let's attack in. Alright, no blocks from our opponent. Second main. What are we doing? Alright, so they're going to snap our Scattershot Archer back to hand, unfortunately. Rancor back into our hand. We've bricked on land drops for a few turns, so hopefully this doesn't finish us. Could be pretty good though. Counterspell on Scattershot Archer would be pretty good. Let's Bogle. I'm guessing they're going to want to counterspell this. Yeah, there's the Spell Starter Sprite. They probably have a second counterspell for Scattershot Archer. This is the more valuable creature though, so we'll keep them ready and raring to go, and you know, just make our bed for us opponent. All right, there's the counterspell. I'm put out of my misery. If we can top deck another Scattershot Archer, we have another 3 in the deck currently. That would be quite handy. Spire Golem, really? Is that actually a card this deck plays? Crazy stuff. Probably another Scattershot Archer at this point. Oh, that's Scout resolved. Well, we're back into having a ball game. Now we just have to hit our lands. Attacks. They haven't been getting any card advantage from their Ninjutsu, so again, we're in with like a reasonable chance here. All right, Ninjutsu returning Spellstar Sprite. So the first aura we're going to play is going to get countered. I think getting this Sentinel's Eyes out is pretty important. We'll see if our opponent lets it resolve or not. Lotus Petal off the top is good. It's like soft mana, but it's mana nonetheless. This probably means they have mutagenic growth as well. I think we just pass without attacking and then look to double aura next turn. I don't like using up this one-use Lotus Petal here in this spot. Alright, opponent attacking in for another 5 points of damage. That's going to put us down to 6. Card draw on the Ninja. And holding up a host of counter magic now. Forest off the top. Alright, well, what's she going to do about this Rancor opponent? That one resolves. Alright, Cartouche of Solidarity. This one is first strike. This one will get countered. So now we just have to hope that that's their only counterspell in hand. Fingers crossed. Unfortunately, our opponent has actual counterspell. I'm going to attack here. I think we're going to get blown out by mutagenic growth. We're dead to their attack next turn regardless. So, I mean, yeah, that's a bit rough. I guess that's what happens when you only rely on Scattershot Archer, and that's it. We'll block what we can. Our creatures will trade. We'll likely die. Ninjutsu there, so that's 5 damage. Another Ninjutsu here. And probably a mutagenic growth for good measure. So our opponent just wins straight out. And yeah, well, I mean, it's a bad matchup. And we couldn't apply our pressure and our early tempo because we got stuck on 1 mana. Fortunately, we found the creatures after we got blown out by the snap plus counterspell. But really, we need to be playing with good tempo, and this hand didn't have tempo, and that's what punished us. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to let me know what you thought in the comment section below. Should I have mulled that hand? Who knows? Till next time, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you then.